Clementine and AJ first screenshot at season 4. This came out of nowhere and was quite surprising. There was no build up to the screenshot or anything. Telltale just released it on their Twitter and it's going pretty viral across the Telltale community. What's up you lot, my name is SIF and this is where it all starts, boys and girls. From this point onwards, the final season of The Walking Dead is going to be released bit by bit to the public from this point onwards. No teasing, no nothing, just going to be straight posters, screenshots and hopefully videos very soon. So I'm excited. Now, I'm 100% sure all of you have seen this photo of Clementine holding AJ's hand in the same way Lee held Clementine's hand, mainly emphasizing the role of Clementine has on AJ, the same way Lee had the fatherly figure on Clementine. So we can see a building in the back, obviously it's very isolated. Maybe the McCarroll Ranch, probably not, but it doesn't make sense to why there would be Clementine and AJ since they have grown a lot at the McCarroll Ranch. Considering Clementine was 13 in the end of season 3, Clementine looks 15, so 16ish. So does that mean AJ doesn't get saved to a 2-year time skip? The main topic of today's video is actually discussing the age rather than the screenshot. So without further ado, let's go. In my previous video, which did really well, thank you for the support guys, keep it up. I talked about how season 4 episode 1 could start, and in one of the ways I mentioned how it could start if Clementine tells the story of AJ getting back through flashbacks, but in reality we're actually further ahead into the plot. If this turns out to be the case, I'd be pretty hopeful, and you know what, I may have guessed it right, and to be honest I think I'd prefer that. So now between each season of The Walking Dead there tended to be a 2-year time skip, so season 1 from 9 years to 11 years in season 2 and then to 13 years in season 3, meaning Clementine would be 15/16 in season 4 if they keep up the pattern. This would also mean the game is ahead of the comics, which is something that I thought they wouldn't do because of season 3's ending. It was more of a continuation cut short rather than an actual ending. So if the game is ahead of the comic, what does that mean? You know, that sort of thing. This could just be concept art and maybe AJ would never be that old now. Like maybe he'll still be that 2-year-old that barely can talk, but it could be rather a way for Telltale to hype it up. But I think that's very unlikely, and I don't think this is concept art. I think Telltale have made this for a specific reason. So on the Walking Dead wiki it states that AJ was 2 years old in season 3, and it actually predicts AJ's season 4 age to be 3 or 4 years old. He's clearly grown, he's got an afro, my G, he can walk and he's pretty tall for his age, whether that be 3 or 4 years old. Thing is, Clementine also looks pretty tall, which is interesting because Clementine is actually supposedly only 5 foot in season 3, and I'm pretty sure Mariana, who got shot in season 3 episode 1, if you remember her, she's younger than her by like what, 2-3 years, and I think she was her height or a little bit taller. So that's quite interesting to kind of show how Telltale maybe changing her height. I don't know, maybe she just looks tall to compared to AJ and he's actually not that tall. It kind of depends. So the 2-year time skip, that would make Clementine 15 and AJ 4 years old. If Clementine is actually 15 to 16 years old in season 4, why is she actually still wearing the same clothes? It's a very obvious thing, you know. Clementine has new clothes every single season, and it's clear that some time has actually passed because you can actually see her hair. It's actually grown back to its normal style rather than the style Harvey actually cut for her in season 3 episode 5. So clearly you can see that some time has passed. So why the time skip? Probably in the writing it would feel more fresh that a new time skip, you know, it would give a new fresh look, the start of something new, etc., rather than a continuation. And to be fair, I like that more, just as a consumer of Telltale games. If you think about it, at the end of season 2, because I've started where we left off at season 1, after you shoot or leave Lee, Telltale could have just easily started it from there and we look for Omi then Crystal, but no. So I like the change basically. If there's going to be a 2-year time skip with flashbacks of how we get AJ back, hopefully they don't drag it for 5 episodes, especially on how we got AJ back, but rather just one, you know, 10-minute flashback on how we got him back. If it's too long, maybe split into 2, but don't drag it past episode 2. Because maybe, okay, so yeah, that is my point. Obviously don't drag it on for too long, because a lot of writers say that flashback is a lazy way to do character development and to tell a story, and I agree. So Telltale, back off from the constant flashback ideas and work your magic. Anyway guys, that has been me, SIF. Tell me what you guys think about the older Clementine. I personally think I would personally like him if they did a time skip with one flashback regarding how we got AJ back, because I really want to see AJ as an older character who can actually speak some words and actually kind of has a complex arc regarding, you know, considering his age, as complex as he can get. So someone that would actually make us feel close to him rather than just, you know, feel affectionate towards him just because of his age, you know, just because he's a baby. Now I want to be actually able to kind of understand him and the way he kind of thinks, you know. You know, you could do so much with AJ, you know, where he could be asking about his parents, you know. There's a lot you can do with AJ regarding his history, his parents' history, and, you know, the way he came across his parents and stuff like that. So of course, there's not much to talk about. It was kind of me discussing the screenshot and mainly the older Clementine. So, oh yeah, one more point. AJ. I still can't tell if AJ is Carver's baby or Alvin's baby. Obviously, there was a whole thing where obviously Rebecca, unfortunately, she cheated, and now we don't actually know who's the father. So that's a problem as well. But yeah, he's grown, and obviously, as people grow, you can kind of tell who, you know, you got a white guy and then you have a black guy. So obviously I don't think Telltale is making it too obvious, but in my opinion I think he's definitely more African American than white, but he's also slightly lighter skinned than both Alvin and Rebecca. But then again, he's a child, and obviously most children are a bit lighter than what they would be later on in their life. So 2 questions. What do you guys think about the older Clementine and AJT's time skip? Obviously PAX East is going to be in like a week from now on, and obviously they're going to be showing screenshots for the public and something exclusive for the PAX East audience. So I'll obviously try to get a hold of that somehow. I'm not going to be at the event, but I'm pretty sure it's going to get leaked or something like that. I'll do my reaction videos and I'll do my thoughts, of course. So obviously make sure you are on this channel next week when it drops. So yeah, obviously the 2 questions are: what do you think about older Clementine and the AJ time skip teaser thing? Do you like it? And who would you guess the father of the child is? I'm putting my money on Alvin, but you know, Telltale doing this on purpose. You can't really decide who it is, because, you know, it's kind of bang in the middle. So leave it in the comments down below. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more Telltale, and of course the Walking Dead content I usually upload every week. Obviously sometimes there's a bit of a inconsistency, but obviously I've got school, etc. Like the video if you liked it and you want to see me do more Walking Dead season 4, the final season videos. And of course comment, give me your thoughts on these questions, and in a bit.